2021, last year actually. And what it was is simply a little article how about Paul Di'Anno, the former vocalist of Iron Maiden, having a lot of issues with his knees there. He had to have surgery. Having a lot of health problems as of late. So I'm gonna find the article right now and it's just find it for you and get it back on there. Give me a couple minutes here. Blah blah blah. All right, so welcome everybody to Arknolia and the Doctor here, Music Notes, episode 114. And what we're doing right now is it's going to be me and Ark, since the YR stated he's going to get some rest today. I don't know, he was been busy or whichever there. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to basically read this article that I found just recently. Now, the article is from last year. And it's about the details about Paul Di'Anno, the former frontman of Iron Maiden, who was let go from the group prior to Bruce Dickinson joining in early 1982. Now, Di'Anno, as you know, was one of the original frontman for Iron Maiden. He sang on both their debut album in 1980 and their follow-up, Killers, in 1981. Now, Di'Anno has been having a lot of issues, as you know. Around last year, he had to undergo long delayed knee surgery there. And you can see how bad his leg, holy cow, dude. I'm going to send a link in this to chat here, and man, you're going to be believed how YR is calling. Okay, there. I'm going to add you to the call. Hold on, YR. I'm going to give me a couple of minutes here. I'm going every which way there. This is surprisingly. Give me a couple of minutes and tell you what. Son of a name go. Let me add people here. Add son of a name go. I hate when that happens in there. Okay, let me get back in here. Give me a couple of minutes. Add participants. Okay, and I will. YR, I'm adding you to the show. I'm kind of surprised because he said he was going to be taking a break, as he said there. Okay.
Testing.
Testing. All right, and let me check how I'm doing on my end here. There you are.
I'm fixing to go live and I was eating some food too, but
okay. I thought you said it because you left a message saying you're going to take a rest. I figured you'd probably take a break from the show there.
Nah, I changed my mind. I can't miss. I can't.
Okay.
I don't want to miss.
Yeah, I was gonna read Ark that thing I sent you through them about Iron Maiden's Paul Di'Anno, former frontman, and all the issues that and dude, holy cow! Did you see that? Did you get a chance to read it by chance?
Yeah, so didn't he used to I think he just came out with a new album.
He did. Iron Maiden? Yes. Yeah, they did. Forgot to. I cannot. No, Paul Di'Anno. I don't know what he's doing right now. If he releasing any albums there, mostly on indie labels there. But seeing how he looked in that photo with the article, it's like, holy shit! How the fuck did that happen, man? Wow. Because I was gonna send Ark the link that I sent you, and it's like he was going through some knee surgery, because I know he's been having a lot of issues with it. He's been having a lot of. Let me restate that. He's been having a lot of health issues as of late there. You see how bloated he has gotten. He's gained a lot of weight. He's now bald. He's got a goatee. He's got a beard now.
Yeah.
It's like, holy cow. Does not look the same as he did years before when he was fronting Iron Maiden. That's for sure there.
What albums did they do the albums with Iron?
Well, he did the first album back in 1980 and the follow-up Killers the following year. And after he was let go, that's when they brought in Bruce Dickinson as their official frontman. Yeah. And seeing how he looked in that photo, as I said, was holy fuck. Man, oh man. Man, that was a trip and a half, man.
Stripping over there.
I know it's like a horrible thing to look at, man. It's like, damn. Okay, so we were gonna, as we said, we're gonna do. I was gonna read the whole article for you, Gary. Let me try to read the whole thing. Okay, let me wait up. Let me get the whole thing set up here. Okay, give it a couple minutes. I'm opening up a new tab here on my computer, which, by the way, seems to be running pretty good there. Let me
Oh,
find
you
the.
fix
Yeah, yes. Like I said, I was telling. I guess I mentioned on a couple times there. I set the OBS settings on the previous computer, which I still have up and ready to roll, just in case something screws up on this here. And I was able to set up on the OBS here. All right.
yeah.
This is on the from blabbermouth.com here. Paul Diano is still waiting for his knee surgery. The situation is getting worse. Okay, now this is a different thing, this different link that I'm going to read up to you than the ones I sent you and here. Okay, let me read it out here. All right. Now his name is Castro Puriani. He's the operations director for the Cart and Horses pub in Stratford, London, England, where Iron Maiden made its live debut in 1976. Recently raised 13,100 pounds, approximately about 18,000 here in the States, for Paul Diano, the former Maiden vocalist, to undergo his long-delayed knee surgery. He has posted a new photo of the 63-year-old musician, saying that the situation is only getting worse the longer that it goes. Now, this is from September of last year. Now, Diano has battled a number of health issues in recent years. He reportedly went under an operation in 2016 to remove a rugby ball sized abscess in his lungs and required a knee replacement operation of both his knees after getting involved in several motorcycle accidents through the years. As a result, Diano was forced to sit down on a chair during and perform on his recent shows. In the latest photo, Paul, who has recently waited 7 years to get his surgery done, can be seen with massive swelling on both his knees, with one physician from Bangladesh speculating on the comment section that Diano is suffering from advanced untreated diabetes and hypertension, thereby complicating his treatment.
Mm.
Now, Pergani, who has been behind Cart and Horses since 2016, leasing the pub from the building's owners, who are converting the beer garden and car park into flats, discussed his fundraising efforts during the 2020 appearance on the Uncle Steve's Iron Maiden Zone podcast, which I guess is a podcast devoted to all things related to Iron Maiden, obviously, from the title. Asked if he approached the members of Iron Maiden themselves to contribute in some way to the campaign. Castro said, as transcribed from blabbermouth.net, "Myself, no, I haven't. Be honest with you, I don't want to put things. What's the best way to say it now? It's not up to me to go to them, because I have no connections with Iron Maiden themselves. Even when I need to approach Steve Harris, their bassist and founder, to go through his friends and his sister and sometimes close friends that he has to get stuff from him. But to go to Maiden for something that is related to Maiden, as her former frontman, I guess, I don't think that is me personally or Cart or Horses, the ones to contact them. I loved if they would have come forward and just cover what is left to say, whatever. But I don't think it's down to me to go to Maiden themselves, because Paul has got friends and he's got connections with Maiden more than I have. So if Maiden wanted to, or if somebody else wanted to, they would have done it. But so far, unfortunately, no. Di'Anno, as I stated, recorded two classic albums with Iron Maiden, the self-titled debut and Killers soon afterwards, before being fired from the group and being replaced with Bruce Dickinson. Now, Di'Anno also had fronted many other bands, including the Band Killers and Battle Zone, and he also released some solo records of his own. Now, get this. In March of 2011, Di'Anno was sentenced to 9 months in a UK prison after he falsely collected government benefits by claiming that he suffered nerve damage to his back that prevented him from working. So basically, he lied to the British government, which is a bad thing to do. Of course, lying to the government, either way here in the States, Canada, anywhere elsewhere, is always a bad thing to do. It says here also in 2019, in December that year, in an interview with the Spanish website marquisarock.com, Di'Anno said he was lucky to be alive after developing a deadly infection several years ago. He said, quote, I nearly died 4 years ago. I had sepsis in Argentina. I was very, very sick. I just about made it home to England and straight to the hospital. I've been in and out of the hospital for about 4 years now. I had operations done on both legs. I haven't been able to walk for 4 years. It's been very tough for me at the moment because of the sepsis. I keep getting infections, so they cannot do operations on my legs and stuff like that when they want to do them. It has just been very difficult at the moment. I've only got one knee. The other knee has been taken out, but there's no new knee to put in its place. So it's been a cement thing. But I want to play, I want to sing, obviously, but I can't until I am fixed. I haven't stopped playing music,
You
and I have no plans to
know,
retire. Hello?
you know what they should do?
What they should do what?
Like he should be because he was the one who sang Wrathchild, correct?
Correct. That is correct.
Bro, that's
Murders.
the fucking bro. They need like some of these bands have these like he needs to be a solo act and play those early Maiden
He has
hits.
been. He actually has been doing that as of late for the past couple of years.
I wonder why Maiden doesn't like use him for anything. Or I mean, obviously he's like they don't need him as a singer, but I'm saying that's like I don't know. Like we'll see if Maiden ever does like a big 50th anniversary tour. Do they have a 40th year anniversary yet?
I do not know. It's hard to say there. They haven't really done. I don't know if they actually done any anniversary tours. So far, they've been doing tours like the one I saw them in, the
But
Legacy
whenever
of the Beast,
back,
or somewhere back in time.
whenever they come back to tour, we need to go see them together.
Yeah, that's true. If they're in this area here that we live in, whether it's in Houston
Yeah.
or the Conroe area, or if they're playing the Pavilion Woods once more there. Because the last
Yeah.
time they came into town or the state of Texas was around somewhere way outreach, where I guess it was San Antonio or Austin.
Oh,
I
yeah, I remember
guess,
that.
yeah.
You had
So
to go to the show when he came to Woodlands, right?
absolutely, yeah. You know, my sister suggested, "Hey, want to go see Iron Maiden?" Okay, definitely. So she told me that they're
Yeah.
playing the Cynthia Woods, which is near where we live. So, which is like, yeah, it's real easy. Don't have to worry about going all over the place. You know, going how many miles to get to this venue here. It's just like,
See, I saw them before, but I wasn't really like deep into them back then, But I still officially, I mean, like 2010, Dream Theater opened for them, but
yeah,
technically I saw them before. But now, I mean, obviously I know a lot more songs and everything, a lot more deep tracks and
yeah,
stuff now.
definitely, yeah, yes. Which is good because everybody needs a little Iron Maiden in their life. I would say there a couple times. Hell, me and my best friend Dennis, we were huge Maiden heads back in around the '80s there when we discovered Power Slave, Live After Death. Hell, I know. I remember seeing them twice in back in 1985 because I was so bewildered, just so taken by the stage, the setup, the songs they were performing. We went and saw them in January of 1985 when they played the Joe Louis Arena. It was an awesome show. I told my dad about it, and he's like, you know what? Next time we go, next time they come into town, which they did later that year at the Pine Knob Music Theater, later in June of that year, I took my dad to go see them. Of course, he was driving at the time, but didn't have a car until a couple years later. And he liked the show. He loved it, especially when that Eddie, humongous Eddie, came from behind a massive curtain during the song Iron Maiden. He loved that. He definitely loved that. So when the live videotape, live VHS came out, me and my dad definitely watched that again. And he was like, he had a big smile on his face. That was really, he said he enjoyed it a lot. So, now keep in mind, I don't know if I don't know if Deano had his surgery because, like I said, that article that I read was from 2021 there. So, hopefully he probably got what he needed there. And hopefully he's recovering very well. All right, so best wishes to Mr. Paul Deano. See how he's doing there. All right, so shall we continue on with our list, guys?
Okay.
We will.
Well,
All right.
real quick, we need to nod our heads to the Hall of Fame.
All
Judas
right.
Priest.
That's right. It was the state of last night. I got the word yesterday. I did a YouTube short saying congratulations, and it's about damn time that Judas Priest finally gets into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame after how many years?
No, Art really isn't too, I guess, fond of the Hall of Fame.
None of us are.
What?
I said none of us are really at this point.
Well, my here
Yep.
is I'm looking at the bigger picture. Like, I'm not even like okay, the Hall of Fame, blah blah blah, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But like I'm because they're gonna let KK be inducted with them. So I'm thinking, is this the icebreaker to get KK back in the band touring again?
Well, we don't know that he could possibly may skip the ceremony its own self.
Nah,
I know
he's
when,
gonna be. Nah, he wants to be like he's gonna. Halford's saying he has no problems with him, coming on the stage, blah blah, accepting. Like they didn't really say anything about the live performance, but I'm telling you, this could be like an open door for maybe that to happen because Halford said he has no like he said he has no problems with him, like he deserves it. He's saying KK deserves it type of thing, and then obviously Richie Falconer, he said. Like remember like a month ago, he was saying like they need a like in the beef already type thing.
Yes, absolutely
Like,
there because
like
it has, like you said.
Richie's down for like that to happen. So I'm saying,
Yeah,
I think that's got because they're already working on a new album. Like I heard they got it done or something. They're
yes,
putting it together, editing. So
yeah,
but they need to bring Kiki back on the live touring. They missed out on it this last tour because. I don't know how. I mean, that obviously it would sound different because the KK's playing, but really, like Rich has his playing down to a T. So, like with the wah pedal and the and everything. But that's what I'm looking to see happen. Like, obviously, they're going to play when they do the live performance. They're not going to play no deep tracks. They'll probably play got another thing coming, Hellbent for Leather,
Breaking the Law.
They ain't going to play no Victim of Changes on them, but.
Yeah.
You never know. Like sometime, remember when they did the Rock Honors?
Yeah, absolutely.
They played Green Man Alishi, actually, which technically isn't one of their original songs. I don't know why they would. I mean, it's one of their classics, right? But
but it's a pre-Staplehood either way, along with Diamonds of Rust, which was not even written by them either.
What do you like better, Green Man Alishi or Diamonds of Rust by Judas Priest?
I like them both equally.
They are good. They are both good. Right?
Absolutely, they're absolutely.
Yeah, I mean that's surprising. Like obviously, like Eminem and others that don't cares are on that thing or whatever. So,
well, fuck, I don't care. I could care less about Eminem.
People would have been pissed if they just had Eminem come and all that, and then not Judas Priest be voted, and like people would have been pissed. But I guess next year it'll be Maiden.
Hopefully
Maiden will get.
so. Then we can rest our easy head, weary heads about that because now is Motorhead in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame already, or have we have?
Mm, I don't think so.
Hmm. Now all we need now is Maiden and Motorhead to be inducted. Then we can win. Then we can all be satisfied. Finally, the big British
What
four.
did ACDC get inducted?
I don't know. I don't really, like I said, I do
Get a
not keep tabs on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because my my disgruntlement with them, excuse me, my disgruntled my disgruntlement with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has been going on for the past up teen years since they've been inducting anything but rock and roll. Madonna, Run DMC, NWA.
They got inducted ACDC in 2003.
That's
So
good
like
to hear. Like I said,
Zeppelin,
Zeppelin obviously definitely had deserves to be there. They've been in there, obviously.
95,
Yep.
Motley
Yeah.
Crue,
Motley
Maiden.
Crue,
On the
Maiden,
list.
Metallica, Sabbath, Kiss.
All right, Ark.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
I'm starting it off, I presume.
Oh yeah, yeah. We always let the oldest of the panel start off. Is always there. But then again, that's how we've been doing it.
Well, I was going to say age before beauty, but actually it's age and beauty first.
Yep.
Yeah.
More like age and knowledge.
Okay. I'm going to start with Jack Bruce.
From Cream.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he was a singer as well as a bass player for that band. And Eric Clapton
Yes.
as well.
Right. Jack Bruce did probably 80% of the vocals, but I don't know that for a fact.
All right. I know Eric Clapton deserves a mention as a vocalist as well there because he did,
Right.
because he sang some good songs like Wonderful Tonight, Tears in Heaven, the passion you could hear in his voice when he delivered that song.
You skipped YR.
Oh, my bad. No, I wasn't really saying, but I'm just
I
making
know.
a mention there. All right?
Did we mention Randy Travis?
Randy who?
Randy Travis.
The
Oh, no. A country
Remember?
singer.
Well,
Yeah.
all right, there we go.
He did Forever Never Forever Never Amen.
Yep.
That song.
I
on
guess
that.
that's his. I guess that's his staple song there. And I guess
That's
he had
big
a
hit.
couple movie. I guess he did a couple movie roles, if I'm correct. If I didn't, feel free to correct
I
me.
haven't seen that. I know he got like naked and went to a gas station drunk a few years back.
Oh, boy.
Like,
I
went to
guess-
7-Eleven and-
I guess the term "clean yourself off" got taken to a new level there.
I think he lives in Texas. So like he got drunk and then he went up naked inside the store to buy cigarettes.
Okay, there. Probably bombed out of his mind or something like that there.
Oh yeah.
All right. The things you do when you're wasted.
Yeah.
All right, there. Okay, so it's my turn now. This guy sang with Rainbow on a couple of their later albums, like Difficult to Cure, Straight Between the Eyes, Bent Out of Shape. He released a solo record in like a year or soon after that. He sang for one Deep Purple album on tour in 1990 there, called Slaves and Masters, I meant to say there. And I guess he did a stint with Yngwie Malmsteen as well. And I guess he also did makes a couple of solo records, does a little stuff down the side there. Mr. Joe Lynn Turner.
Okay.
Hmm.
My,
Go
my
ahead.
next is going to be a little obscure, although I think Dr. Earl knows who he is.
Yep.
Captain Beefheart.
Oh yeah. And look for his album Trump Mass Replica that came out on Zappa's label Bizarre Records. And a lot of people have been praising that record for its massive obscurity. I mean, listen to a lot of the songs, the way the notes on the guitars, bass guitars, everybody is like doing their own thing. But then again, people have been giving praise to that record for being so obscure that it's so cool.
Yeah. Perfect to be recorded by Frank Zappa.
Absolutely there. And let's not forget the album that he did with Zappa called Bongo Fury, which is a live album. Has both of them on the front cover with eating ice cream cones. I had that album there, and it's a pretty good album to listen to. Now,
Oh, go ahead.
How about Kip Winger, Earl?
yeah,
Winger,
he did some good vocals there.
you know?
Easy Come, Easy Go. Heading for a Heartbreak, which is one of my favorites from that band there.
Oh,
But
isn't that a Def Leppard tune as well?
no, that's Bringing on the Heartbreak.
Oh, okay.
I think it's called Heading for a Heartache. I think it's what I actually meant to say
That's
there.
confusing.
My bad. I know it is confusing, man. Okay, there. Now, I got to talk about this guy here. This guy was one of the members of the band. I think it's called Son of a Bitch. I forgot the band he was in prior to that. They had this Shotgun Messiah. Yeah, that's the name of the band he was in. Heartbreak Boulevard was the big one from that band there. Later on, Shotgun Messiah decided to go to release towards the industrial side. They released an album called Violet New Breed. Saw them play at the Ritz in Roseville the same year. Awesome show. Awesome show that was. I was really blown away by the material, the way the songs were performed. This guy would later go on to play bass with Marilyn Manson for a while. The project Ogre featuring Nevek Ogre, a skinny puppy. And he had a band of his own called Simply Scold. Tim Scold. And also, by the way, he also did the lead vocals for a song called Anarchy by KMFDM, which became a pardon me, which became a big hit in the clubs in 1997. Tim Scold.
Did y'all take the boosters yet?
What?
The new ones?
No.
Oh.
I just got done
Okay.
having a cheese and grilled cheese sandwich before I went on the air, and
No,
I don't know, for some
I said, did y'all get the boosters yet? The new ones
mm,
or not?
no, I haven't.
Ah,
Mm.
Booster shots? I thought you meant speaker boosters
for
for my car.
I've been meaning to ask y'all that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got the
Oh, what-
first one. I didn't know there was a second one.
Oh.
Yeah, 50 and over,
Oh.
55 and over.
All right.
But it's all right.
All right.
What the skinny puppy thing? Now I did see a T-shirt of them on eBay the other day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When did
Top of the
it?
group.
All right, there. So definitely, they're probably one of the big industrial elites hailing from Vancouver, Canada. Been a big fan of them since 1987 when a friend of mine played me some of their stuff on a tape called Clive's Full to Manipulate. Fell in love with it right away. So let me borrow this. So I played it a lot. I was like, holy shit, this is a band I got to get into. And that's what led me into the goth and industrial scene. Here afterwards.
Okay, I'm hoping I get the guy's name right.
All right.
James Dewar.
Mm.
Jim Dewar.
James Newar from Robin Trower.
Exactly.
Yep. He was a good vocalist as well as a bass player there. Sadly, he's no longer with us.
But yeah, a lot of the early Trower stuff, it's got his distinctive vocals on it.
Absolutely. Bridge of Sighs to Rolling Stone, In City Dreams, Bluebird.
Day of the Eagle.
Yep. Listen to Bluebird, by the way, from the In City Dreams album to see how his vocals are done. And it's like the way the arrangements, the guitar player, that would make a good love song for your loved one walking down the park. Definitely.
Daydream.
Yep. So, James
Did you ever
Newar.
play that live version of that song that I sent you?
I did, yes. Pretty damn good it was.
Holy cow.
Yep. Okay. And YR is next. YR?
What
There you
about
are.
this? What about this? Country music artist, Dwight Yoakam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. He did a lot of rock covers, too, by the way.
Yeah. And he definitely lived a honky-tonk, persona to the full mix. And he's still around, by the way. Still doing his thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of his pretty big one.
Guitars, Cadillacs, and Honky Tonk Man.
Ah.
No, that's not the one I was thinking of. I'll know it when I hear it. But
It's not Guitars, Cadillacs.
well, no, not the one I'm thinking of.
All right.
But yeah, that's a good one too.
All right.
Oh well. The Yoakam's a good one though.
All right. Next one on my list is probably the first straight up singers on an industrial record. Most industrial acts out there usually have some sort of effect on their vocals, like a distortion or a flanger or something like that there. This guy decided not to do that. Mr. Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails. He was able to channel passion, pain into his vocals with the most sincere. Trent Reznor, there you go.
Okay. My next one is a guy by the name of Peter Frampton.
Ah,
Mm.
all right. As well as a good guitar player there.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, his breakthrough album was the Frampton Comes Alive thing.
Yep.
But he's got a lot of good material. And he was a member of Humble Pie.
Yep. And he also did lead guitar for David Bowie's 1987 Glass Spider tour.
Yeah, and he was also a member of another group before Humble Pie by the name of The Herd
Uh-huh.
from Britain.
All right. Yeah. And he's still kicking around, Still, I
Yes,
guess.
he is.
Yep, he's still
I've
out
seen
there.
him 4 times, I think.
Yep. Okay, there. I remember hearing it back a long time. I guess he took a couple years off during the 1980s there. For what I remember hearing, Steve Marriott from Humble Pie, although he was mentioned on this list, in any of these episodes or not, but
Well, actually, he was going to be next for me, but
okay.
go ahead.
He died in a house fire. I guess he inhaled the smoke and got to his lungs and killed him there from that. I guess
God.
that Frampton was mourning his death for a while there because I guess they were supposed to do a project together for Island Records. And I
They were
guess,
good friends, too, yeah.
yeah. And for I understand, members of Leonard Skinner contacted him to join him on stage for a couple of songs there. And I guess that gave the inspiration for Frampton to get back into the scene. And the first song that he got on when he came back was a song called Lion.
Huh.
And that was
He
back in
retired.
1986.
Peter Frampton retired from live performances a few years back.
No, I
Um,
think he still performs. I guess.
nah,
Really?
look that up. Look that up. Yeah, because
Okay.
he doesn't he do the whole? Doesn't he play with the that one like sound effect thing? What do they call them?
Talkbox. Talkbox.
Yeah, the
Yes.
talk
He.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He. I guess he pioneered that. There. All
You're
right.
right
So.
about that. Yeah.
Okay. Let me look it up on my phone here. Peter Frampton retires. I'm gonna. Let's see what's going on here. Blah blah blah. Let me
Happened
put.
before 19.
Hmm. Okay. Peter Frampton retirement. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Yes, he retired from regular touring at the end of 2019 due to inclusive body myosis. I think it's spelled Miositis, which is a progressive muscle disorder that produces inflammation, weakness, and atrophy. Wow. Well, I guess sad to hear there. All the great ones are getting all these bad conditions left and right, it seems.
Well,
I
my
mean,
pick. Oh wait, is it your turn, Ark? Sorry.
No, I did Frampton.
yeah.
Okay, so my pick's a guy. I just looked up his age. I can't believe he's only 61.
Mm,
But from the band U2, Bono.
yeah.
Hmm.
And I
Only
guess,
61.
wow, interesting. He still sounds the same.
They don't do shit anymore. I don't tour, do nothing right. You don't hear nothing from U2 for like last 10 years, huh?
Well, they have done lots of tours. I guess they've been putting out a couple other albums. I know they released one. I guess it was in 2019. I forgot the title of it, but I
All
guess
right,
they
let me
still.
look.
All right, there.
They play like the bigger arenas, right?
Oh
Like
yeah,
they
they
really.
play, and they had a lot of expensive, special stage setups there. Believe it or not, they had this one that would look like a claw clutching into the ground. It was like an round
Mm.
stage, I guess. But man, it was massive, man. It was a big one, man. Who could not forget the Zoo TV tour in 1991, where they had those multiple TV, or multiple screens going up flat, showing everything all at once there. I mean, they decided to revamp themselves towards 1990 while recording the album at that time, Octon Baby. I guess it was getting to the point where they were starting to become a human jukebox. They're playing all the profound songs like "Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For," "With or Without You."
Mm.
I guess after a while they say they need to revamp themselves. To start over as something different. Try different
They got like
directions.
hot. They got like popular again, like in the 2000s, early 2000s. They're
Yeah.
doing like Super Bowls and shit and all that, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, they always been popular. I mean, there was a footage I saw from doing a song called Vertigo, and it was just like the crowd was massive, massive. So they definitely is still drawing in crowds with the legacy that they carved out in the '80s and the '90s and 2000s. And I know the song "Beautiful Day" from 2000 was a massive big hit on the radio and on the MTV there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That song, like "Beautiful Day," that was the one that really like. Trying to think of another band that like was popular and then got It wasn't a band. It was a artist that revamped it. Maybe like a Johnny Cash or something.
Um,
Remember he was popular, and then when he got older, like he got popular again or
Yep.
repopularized or whatever.
Yeah, he
like,
came back. He
that
came,
type of
yeah,
thing.
thanks to Rick Rubin. He brought a cash out, and he had a thing called American Recordings on that label, and that revised Cash's career. That made him the ultimate cult status god there. Now, the last record we all know he released was "What the Man Comes Around," which was into the same year that he died, 2003.
You up, Duck?
Okay, my next one here was also a member of Skinny Puppy. He has a unique sound to his vocals. He doesn't shriek. He doesn't yell. It's kind of like the same, but it was able to. But at least you're able to channel this every note you can. You know, when you think about it, there. This man was known on the Puppy records as Wilhelm Lieb Schroeder, but he's best known as William Lieb, aka Bill Lieb. He is the frontman of Frontline Assembly, who I understand is coming to Numbers nightclub sometime this year. I got to check and see if I could get the day off to check him out there. All right.
Okay. My next one is Tommy Shaw.
From Styx
Wow.
and Damn Yankees.
He was mostly known for doing the harder rock songs for Styx.
Yeah, like Blue Collar Man, Snowblind, what's it, Renegade. That's all time classic
Right.
for him. Yep. And let's not forget the stuff he did with Damn Yankees, with Jack Blaze of Night Ranger and Ted Nugent.
Snowblind's a deep track, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It was played
There
on
you
the
go.
radio a couple of times on the radio when Paradise Theater was out.
Like obviously, like the staples, Mr. Roboto,
Mm-hmm.
Babe.
Well, a lot of
Lady,
those are
Dennis DeYoung.
Dennis
Oh,
Young.
that was gonna be my pick.
Dennis Young.
Dennis D. Young,
is
yeah, I was
also
gonna
in the-
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's not with
He
the
did Heavy Metal Poisoning.
Yep. Well, Heavy Metal
Now-
Poisoning was J.Y. James Young doing that vocals on that song there.
Right.
And that was
Sorry.
part of that concept album they did in '83 called Kilroy Was Here, which basically was about some speaker talking about the evils of rock and roll, and he did it in an entertaining style that people believed what he said. And next thing you know, rock and roll is being banned everywhere. You know.
Well, my pick, Dennis D. Young. I don't know about at this moment. Actually, I'll look it up after I speak on it. But he does his solo shows. And
Yeah,
he's
he
very
does,
old.
yeah.
He's
Yep.
like in his 70s, but and it's the love songs, ballads of,
Theatrics.
Styx that he did.
Yeah,
He sung a lot of the love songs, like the softer songs, like you said,
Best
Shaw
of
did like
Times.
the harder. So like his voice is still good to this day.
It is.
I'm gonna look him up right now and see if he's doing any current touring, but I believe Mira is. I know for a fact he's a huge Styx fan. Big Styx guy.
You know, we should get Mars on the show sometime,
Oh, great. Well, maybe if he has time, people know
Alright,
where to
yeah.
find us.
Okay, I'll probably DM him on Skype here to see if he's okay, or on Twitter there, if he.
Oh,
is
that's what it
available.
was.
Yeah.
Like last year, 2020, Disney Young said Styx should do one last tour for the fans, like with him in it and stuff. But like Styx really doesn't want nothing to do with this guy still, because I remember it was like big news.
Because
Why is that? Like,
Because the guy was like a control freak. It was either my way or the highway, and they had enough of that for how many years? I mean, like many of the early concept albums that Styx put out were basically Dennis Young ideas. He was more of the theatrical. Everything should be spectacular. Everything should be like paparazzi and shit like that. And the rest of the band was like, enough already. We're a rock and roll band, okay? Enough with the theatrics. Enough with the ideas you have. It's like, come on. It's basically everything's got to be your way and your way only, and we just got tired of it, you know? And at one point, Dennis C. Young tried to sue Styx for ownership of the name, and he lost out on that. So I guess Styx in the turn has another Canadian, another frontman who's also a keyboard player, who I gotta mention, and who's next on my list, Lawrence Gowan. This guy had a hit back in 1985 in his native Canada called "A Criminal Mind," which is a very good song to listen to. Very damn good song. He performs it as a member of Styx as well there. And it's a very compelling song. It's about someone said they try to rehabilitate me, but they can't because I got that mentality to do wrong all the time. Go ahead and lock away the key because I'm no good and stuff. And definitely, that's one compelling song. I definitely suggest you look it up, YR. Good song there.
Yeah, and actually, Styx also did on one of their albums a cover of the entire Sgt. Pepper's.
Oh, wow. That's something there. Wow. Gotta look that up definitely for sure, man. You okay, YR?
You skipped him.
Oh, my bad. All right, my bad, YR. You got the turn now.
Let's go ahead and do. We haven't mentioned this guy's name from Whitesnake, David Coverdale.
All right, yeah.
He's got to give him a tip of the cap.
Absolutely, because he was able to channel that blues influence into Deep Purple's music there.
I think they're doing their last final tour that's coming up here the next year or two. They're doing this last.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's doing a farewell. Yeah, because his voice isn't.
And he actually did an album with Page called Coverdale Page.
Yeah, which is pretty good. Yeah, I heard about maybe a song
from
that
album.
Yeah, 1993. Yes, 1993 when that record came out, and there was a tour to complete it as well. There.
Who is a better singer in y'all's opinion, Robert Plant or David Coverdale? People always said Whitesnake was like the cheap version of Led Zeppelin. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they were talking about
Coverdale
the 80s
was like
version.
Cheap version of Plant.
Well, the ones who are saying that obviously do not know the Whitesnake from years before. Because back in 1980, there was a song called Fool for Your Lovin' that was a big hit on the radio at that time. And years later, in 1989, they would redo that song, but in a different chord change. And the original was in the key of G minor. The one they did in 1989 was in the key of A minor. So they redid that song in hopes it'll be the next Here I Go Again, which, by the way, is an older track from the early years as well. They redid that song, and then the new remake became a big hit. It became a big hit in 1987, 88.
Wait a minute. After the iconic music video, Tawny Katane?
Yes. Well, what it was? Well, it became, the song caught fire at the same time Still the Night did. And the record label, Geffen, decided, hey, let's make a video on that, featuring the same gal.
I like Still the Night better. That's probably my favorite song from them is Still the Night, TBH.
Yeah. And by the way, and like I said, Robert Plant wasn't too keen on them because they compared Still the Night to Led Zeppelin's Whole Lot of Love. No need the interlude between the chorus and the guitar solos and that. So basically, sad to see Whitesnake go out, but at least they're going to go out on top at least. And props to David Coverdale as well. All right. So.
Okay. I'm going to go with Steve Miller.
All right.
He's a Texas boy.
Oh, nice. Yay. And he has had hits like Fly Like an Eagle, which Seal covered for the first Space Jam soundtrack.
God.
You okay, man?
He went off mic to do his coughing now. That's good.
Yeah, I got to start doing mine. I got to do the same on my end here.
Steve Miller has a lot of material.
That's true.
Living in the USA.
Yep. Sailor.
Oh yeah.
And
what's
also
that one?
There's a song on one of his earlier albums that I like real well called Quicksilver Girl.
And there we cannot forget, of course, Fly Like an Eagle, as I mentioned, which Seal covered as well for the first Space Jam movie soundtrack.
Yes.
Your Saving Grace.
Yep. His version of Sam Cooke's You Send Me.
Yep.
Yep.
What's the one song? It's my favorite song. It's should know it.
Exactly.
Take the money and run.
Jungle Love.
Jungle Love. That's it.
Oh yeah, Book of Dreams, that album there. A girl I was dating back in Michigan, her name was Christy. She was playing that record while we were down in the basement, chilling and talking and stuff there.
Well,
All
Steve
right,
Miller Band.
all right.
Tell you a story about them. This was about 2005,
2005.
2004, something like that. Purchased the, I believe it was the Greatest Hit CD. Had the horse on it.
Yes,
Blue.
I mean
Yeah.
that was a big seller for them,
Yeah. So
along
I
with the
remember
Eagles.
I used to have like, but what I did back then, I used to like put stuff on cassette tapes. Like I had a Walkman and stuff because CDs, I always scratch CDs a lot. I was bad with that, but I used to take Steve Miller Band CD or cassette. Really, I guess what I did too. Like I took the boombox, got the CD, burnt off the CD to the tape, right?
Yeah, record from the CD onto the tape, obviously. A lot
Yeah,
of
so
kids
I could
did
use
that. Yep.
So I used the Walkman. So when I went to the beach one time, Galveston, Brown, and I used to smoke big fatties and listen to Steve Miller Band. So that was
Of
one of
course.
the go-to. Steve Miller Band, Boston. Boston. I played
The
a lot,
band
and then
Boston,
obviously,
yep.
and then obviously Bob Marley. That was like my three go-tos, back then. But Steve Miller Band is one of those bands, just like the Eagles, that it's one of those like you can play, songs for the beach, like that type of vibe. It's just like that California, because Steve Miller Band, they obviously reference cannabis in their songs a couple times, and really their most popular song is the Joker, right? That's on the radio a
Yeah,
lot.
Some
absolutely.
people call
really
him the
good.
Space Cowboy.
Absolutely. We cannot
I mean,
forget Abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, that was
there you go.
another big one. Yeah.
That one. I mean, that was in the synthesizer. That was, the synthesizer. That was pretty good.
That was that was in 19
What year was that on?
I think it
that
was
in the 80s?
1983, I think it was.
Yeah, I was
There.
about to say because of synthesizers. Because usually,
Yeah, I was trying to remember if that was on the album that had Macho City.
No, that was
Which was
another record.
Okay, 20 minutes or so. Oh, yeah, that was one with Circle of Love.
Yeah. And that came out in 1981, and that didn't do so well for some reason there. But I remember when Abracadabra became a big hit, one of the local TV stations broadcasted his concert from Pine Knob. It was, I believe it was on a Saturday, It was a big, big deal at that time. And then later on, a couple months later, that concert would be broadcast on the old MTV on the Saturday night concert specials. Wow.
Yeah, I miss those kind of shows.
I
that's-
miss.
that really it. That may be. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
Now go ahead.
Well, you're up.
You're not the
Steve
only
Miller
one that
Band.
misses the old MTV.
Well, no, I'm not fitting on Steve Miller Band. Steve Miller Band is a great. I mean, they have a lot of good songs, bro. Not just no
Oh,
joke.
They do,
not just
yeah,
joke,
true
but
there.
they have-
Absolutely.
Let me go down the song list. Let me sing.
All right.
I'm gonna go to that Greatest Hits album.
Okay.
Bring down the song list. Swing Town, bro.
That was
Oh,
another
yeah.
one. Oh yeah, that was another one.
Oh.
The Steak.
Ooh. Jungle Love. Take the money and run.
Oh, yep.
Woo, woo.
Fly Like an Eagle,
Take
as
the
you
money
mentioned.
and run. Rockin' Me.
Jet Airplane.
See, bro, they have so many.
Oh, yeah, and that's not even naming all their songs.
Yeah.
Jet Airliner, it's called. Jet
Airliner. Yeah, my bad.
And
That's
you're right. Those aren't even like beat tracks, right? Art. Like I wouldn't even consider those
No.
beat tracks. 'cause
No, most greatest
just-
hits are usually the ones that made it big on the charts and on the radio and on people's
Yeah.
minds. There, that's how they usually comprise them of. Those are what they usually play on the radio all the time. They're on classic rock stations.
And it's great. And the album is the greatest hits 74 to 78, so they don't even have Abracadabra or any of their 80 stuff on there.
No,
Right.
no. What they need to do is come out with a complete greatest hits where just have all the hits all together from the past, present, and from the 60s, 70s, and 80s there. Because,
That'd be a 2 or 3 record set.
absolutely there. The complete greatest hits is what they should call it there. All right. Now, is it my
I
turn?
have a
Go ahead.
real quick. I have a set of 6 burnt CDs. Judas Priest. It's like every Judas Priest song someone friend actually sent,
Nice.
and I'm trying to get like see my computer doesn't have a CD burner,
Oh.
so I need to get. They make a separate thing, but telling you like CD going back in your old CDs, Brown. Like
Yeah.
if you have any like CDs, you can really burn that. I think you burn the songs onto your phone. I know if you have an iPhone, you can do it for sure, but
I don't have one, unfortunately. I just have an
All you have to
regular
do is
Android.
get them in an MP3.
do you
That's
ever?
what
Is
I
that how
have.
you? Is that how y'all do y'all's list? Is do you ever go back into old CDs or records or no?
Well, I go by memories, some videos you used
Ah.
to sing. I remember the songs that were played at the clubs and everywhere else. I go by the thing what I used to read in the magazines. I go a lot by memories, what I see around me, everything. I was able to remember a lot of things I used to read in the magazines back in the day. There, I talk about what about this subject or that subject there, and then all that comes to mind. All that stuff started coming back into my mind when we started these lists on this program here.
See, Steve Miller Band, I play a lot of them when I do go fishing as well. Playing a little sample on my channel of Swingtown for the fans, but I do play a lot of them when I fish. That's the type of, beach fishing. I want to call them soft rock. Would y'all call them soft rock?
Speed,
Not
really. Bread
Classic
would
rock?
be, yeah, classic rock, absolutely.
All
That's
right.
more the better term.
Yeah, because they rock. I mean, they do some soft stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was basically a rock and roll band. Soft rock would have to be about possibly groups like Bread or
Right.
Looking Glass.
Air
yeah.
Supply.
Yep. Right.
There's a band called Air too.
I believe so. There was
think it is,
there
right?
was an electronic group out of France
Yeah.
called Simply Air. That was in the 90s. That only had one minor hit. And I wasn't too fond of. Thank goodness they're gone.
Steve Miller, really, guys. See, we spent a lot of time with Steve Miller, and it's well deserved because I forgot how much fucking. I mean, I always knew how much songs and hits, but that's one of those bands that has a lot of go-tos on there. And I'm
Oh yeah.
All right. So it's my turn now.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, and my pick is someone who was a member of the Steve Miller Band. He played on some of the
Yep.
earlier records. Boz Scaggs. Look up his songs like Lilo Shuffle, Low Down, Miss Sun, JoJo.
Most of Silk Degrees.
Yep, that's one of his big records there. He had a lot of hits there. Who cannot forget his number one big ballad, Look What You Done to Me, from the Urban Cowboy soundtrack, 1980.
Jump Street.
Massive hit for him. Massive hit for the guy there. Still played. I guess it's still played on one of those romantic love shows they have later on towards the evening, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and we managed to skip YR again.
No, I think did we did?
I did Steve Miller.
Oh my goodness! And I thought, my God, your turn, YR. My bad for that again. Dang gummit.
I'm actually I had someone.
All right.
We'll throw in there Jimmy Buffett. We have to give him.
Oh yeah, he's.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Margarita Man himself. The man who the mayor and prime number one citizen of Margaritaville. I remember you.
Son of a Sailor.
Son of a Sailor. Let's Get Drunk and Screw.
Volcano.
Yep. I guess Cheeseburger in Paradise, I think it was called there.
Yeah.
All right. I remember hearing some of that while I was working at the Kroger back in Richmond, Michigan, around the early 2000s there, a couple times. I remember you at the YR, you was telling that story of how everybody was drinking, wasted at that concert that you and your dad saw, I guess it was.
Which one?
Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, about the chick. Oh, that was like. Okay, so that was when. You think I've seen him in the past 10 years? I've seen Buffett like 4 times,
Mm.
5 times because I started going a lot like recently, not recently, but the
Right.
past 10 years. And when Huey Lewis and the News opened,
Mm.
there was a chick right above us because we sat like we didn't have floor seats this time. The last time I went, was the ZZ Top fucking opened for him, and we were fourth row on the floor, standing right in front of Dusty Hill,
Wow.
right in front, fourth row,
Nice.
right there, and I was on the floor obviously, and so this one, the chick. I mean, first of all, like. You really can't explain the party atmosphere at Jimmy Buffett, like outside the Jimmy Buffett show, like the tailgating, which
I can imagine.
which I think he only picks venues that allow tailgating, and he's only going to Woodlands this year.
Wow.
He has a shorter tour leg this year, but if you catch him in the Woodlands, Brown, or even like go outside the arena, if you walk around, like they have tiki bars, like these fans bring these RVs, these rich people, white people, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're driving with their RVs,
Yep.
and they set up, drinking games, get people giving away free shots, fucking barbecue pits going, like it bigger than just as big or bigger than any NFL tailgating thing, like it's
Wow.
huge.
Or Grateful
RVs
Dead.
up, you don't see that like RVs lined up, like just RV, big RVs, like tents and shit, and that's all out, and then everyone gets plastered, and then once you go into the concert, like it is a lot of couples, a lot of older couples, but it's a ton of songs. Like Buffett has like a ton of songs, and it really is I highly recommend it. I mean, it is
All right.
It is the alcoholic party.
Whereas
Really,
the Grateful Dead would be the ultimate weed party or an LSD party.
Yeah.
I see there.
but yeah, and the chick you're talking about, like the chick threw up. Yeah, she was like a younger chick, and she threw up like a row ahead of. Puked all over. It's like puked all over some guy's shirt.
Oh my God!
Real.
Yeah, man, the party. Blah.
Usually, most of the people partying outside, believe it or not, aren't even going in the concert. Like most of the older people are going to the concert, but like there's a lot of younger people partying outside too. It's like a thing, but they never go inside the concert. Like most of them just do the drinking and partying outside. But it really is wild. It's crazy. It's not like rowdy crazy. It's just like a lot of people drinking and like everyone's cool. Music going everywhere. There's a couple,
Kind of like
playing
happy
guitar.
hour.
It really is, yeah.
I
You
can
walk around
imagine,
and
yeah.
drink outside. It's crazy. Like they let you walk around and drink outside. Like
Wow,
That's how the-
interesting. Wow.
I thought you said she was going to pop her top.
She probably did. Most likely, she probably did there.
Okay. We're going to skip Earl because he already did his turn.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was gonna say, man,
I'm going to go with Ray Davies.
from the Kinks. Yeah, and a good songwriter for that group. He wrote a lot of memorable songs like "Come Dancing," "State of Confusion," "Superman," "Catch Me Now I'm Falling."
Walking on a Thin Line.
Yep. Where have all the good times gone? Of course, don't know. All Day and All the Night. And of course, their signature song, You Really Got Me.
And Jukebox Hero. No. Jukebox Music.
Jukebox Music. Yeah, Jukebox Hero. Yeah, that's singing of Foreigner, yeah. All right. Wire.
Jerry Jeff Walker, Arknolia.
Oh, yeah.
He was another one that opened for Jimmy Buffett. And that was the year before. Because this is what happened. Like, this is probably 2017. And it was supposed to be ZZ Top opening for Buffett. And then, like, that's when Dusty Hill, like he had an injury or something,
Oh.
and so they skipped it and they replaced him with Jerry Jeff Walker opening for Jimmy Buffett. Then the year after that, that's when ZZ Top opened for him.
I see there.
Desperados, Waiting for a Train,
Mm.
Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother.
What that one's about?
You need to listen to that song.
Probably goes well with one of those scenes from the show Cops.
It could. Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother. Mother who raised a son so well. He's 34 and drinking in a honky tonk, kicking hippies' asses and raising hell.
Mm.
You got to hear that song.
Oh, I gotta check that out, man. Okay, so it's my turn now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back into the '60s myself.
It's YR's turn.
I think he did.
It's my turn.
Okay, I thought you gave your turn.
No.
No,
Okay, my bad.
you skipped
go back.
him.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I
not this
can't.
time, then.
Okay.
There's a band, and I can't remember. They had a big hit song of the '60s, but the singer was like 15 or 16, but he sounded way older.
Mm.
Now I'm gonna need. There was a popular group, but there was a big hit song, and I need to look that up because I can't.
Well, there was Stevie Winwood, but that's not
No,
who
it
you're
wasn't.
thinking of.
It was like this one huge big song. I'll figure it out, but we're gonna go ahead and go into the. Let's go ahead and do Jim Morrison, The Doors.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. There. Because he was the most unique singer there when you look at it there.
Yeah,
He had that massively poetic, manly voice that was able to channel pure insanity on some of his material there. He was also
Music's
able to
over.
act out his poetry. You remember the American Prayer album from '78?
yeah.
That was recorded on his birthday. He decided to take a bottle of whiskey, invite some friends, and finally record all the poetry that he had written. He was finally able to channel all that out. They found those tapes, and the remaining members of the Doors got together in the studio, created music and some sound effects to go with that, the poetry, and therefore the album American Prayer was released that year.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, my next one's going to be John Anderson.
From Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. He was an extreme great vocalist he is. He also had a couple of solo albums as well, like 3 Stars, Out of Motion, as well as an appearance on the King Crimson album Lizard. He sings on the song Prince Rupert Awakes. All right. So,
Did YR think of his person?
I'll figure it out this week.
all right.
Let's go ahead and do.
Wait, but did I get my
Is it
turn
mine?
yet?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to mention there. You know what? This guy deserves a lot of credit because he sang on classic songs like "Cold as Ice," "Feels Like the First Time," "Waiting for the Girl Like You." Feels. Did I mention? Oh yeah, I did mention
Double
Feels Like the-
Vision.
Double Vision. You know, "Love on the Telephone," "Dirty White Boy,"
Urgent.
"Urgent." Yes. You know,
That's
"Woman
their
in
best
Black."
One, right? That's their best one, right? Urgent.
Yeah,
Foreigner.
Urgent. Yeah,
Come on.
that's one. Yeah, one of the big ones there.
Emergency.
And by the way, that album, features, we mentioned episodes back, featured Thomas Dolby on doing some keyboard and synthesized effects on that record there. Lou Graham, the original frontman
Yeah.
for Foreigner, who sadly is no longer involved with Foreigner. He had a brain tumor, had to have surgery. He was fine, going to get back on track there, but Mick Jones decided to let him go, get a new singer, and start over from scratch. Which is sad, because it's hard to accept Foreigner without Lou Graham, because he is the phenomenal voice of that group.
He was the guy who replaced him. Do you know his name?
Well, the one they have now is a guy named Kelly Hansen. He was a singer for a band called Hurricane, who had this one minor hit called "I'm
How
On
the
to
fuck
You."
did you know that? How, like,
Because I
this
saw
is the best
Hurricane.
mus-
Because I
this is
saw.
the best music show on YouTube right now. We
I
know
know.
everything about.
Yeah. Because I remember I saw Hurricane play at the Ritz in Roseville one time there.
Right.
And there was this there was this one guy that was so stoned out. It was like he was like spazzing left and right, and like, and me and the singer and bassist from King's X, who was sitting next to me, looked at him. We looked at each other like, oh gosh, dude. Oh gosh, I don't know what happened to him afterwards. I hope he got hit, busted in the head for his bullshit. They probably tried to start some shit with someone that probably got knocked the hell out of, from what I understand hearing. But gosh, it's always a trip to see whack jobs being whacked out of their minds while smoking all that whack.
Is this like in a tough political climate, or
No, it's pretty. No, it's just it's just hilarious to see dipshits walking around stoned out of their bitch ass minds. Of course, it's not funny when they get hit by a car, but then again, they should have known better. All right. Okay, I guess it's Arky's turn now.
I'm going to go with a guy I think we mentioned, but just in case, John Fogerty.
Oh, I think we did mention him.
oh
Yes.
my God, I was about to mention him. Like, if I could show you my list right now, CCR, everything. How did you do that?
I saw your list.
It's so weird. I gotta look for something else. Then I gotta look for
All
something
right.
else.
Yeah.
But Mr. Fogerty not only did a lot with CCR,
He also did a solo career as well there.
had a good solo career.
Yeah, very successful solo career. And a lot of times, a couple of years of his solo career, he vowed never to play CCR songs because the royalties would go to the guy who ran Fantasy Records. That would go to him because they owned the rights to his song there. But I guess,
Yeah.
I guess now he's back with that label because that label has a new boss, and that guy obviously has a couple other ideas that are different to the previous president there. He said, you know what? We should give this man a good deal. He got screwed over by this label. I'm going to take care of that to make sure that doesn't happen again. So, and he's still out there performing, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So I guess it's YR's turn again.
YR.
Yep. Mm-hmm. YR, you there, dude?
We lost him.
Oh, dang.
Country music
There you are.
artist.
Ah.
But he also worked with the Eagles in the '90s.
Ah.
Travis Tritt.
That's right.
No, he did. Travis Tritt did a remake of
Take It Easy.
Take It Easy, and
With
in
the
the
Eagle-
video,
With the members of the Eagles along with them, performing with them. And that's inspired.
wasn't it like a the first time they did that in a while or something?
Yes, they had. Remember, they broke up in 1980, and there was a tribute album called Common Thread, and Travis Tritt, they had Travis Tritt to make it a video of that track with members of the Eagles along with them. And afterward, apparently the directors behind that video they were expecting a fist fight because there were a lot of animosities between the members. But there wasn't. Everyone, the Eagles was like, hey, let's talk. It's been a while. And that's prompted the Hell Freezes Over tour and MTV special. As well as a couple hit songs like Get Over It, the live version of Hotel California, and this one that featured Timothy B. Schmidt called Love Will Keep Us Alive. All right? Okay, and so...
You.
Okay, me? And you know what? Next person on my list happens to be Timothy B. Schmidt, because not only did he a good job on that song, he did a phenomenal
Poco.
work. What? Polka?
Poco.
Poco. Yeah,
Yep, he did a lot of stuff with Poco.
absolutely. But probably his biggest nod would have to be "I Can't Tell You a Lot Why" from the
We're
long
not
run.
necessarily going for lead vocals, are we? Male vocals.
Nope,
Okay.
male.
Male
Oh.
vocals. That's it. You know, doesn't matter if they play an instrument or not. But I Can't Tell You Why is probably one of his biggest well-known tracks that he did with the Eagles there.
Yep.
I remember the when the Hell Freezes Over show was playing on MTV in early '95. I remember when they were performing that song, and towards the end when the orchestra was playing in the background there, for some reason I almost got teary-eyed for some oddball reason there. I don't know why, but that's how much that song can really can touch you in a way. Which, by the way, if I understand, is about trying to repair what's left of trying to repair a broken relationship, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. My next one is a fellow by the name of Jackson Brown.
Ah, Mr. Poetry Man himself.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of a lady named Phoebe Snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wrote a song of called That Title in honor of Jackson Brown because apparently she had a thing for him, I guess. And a lot of the executives at his record label and a couple writers described his music as poetry set to music. My personal,
Yeah.
he had a lot of good songs like Doctor My Eyes, his cover of Stay, the Maurice Williams tune there, Running on Empty, Lives in the Balance, Lawyers in Love, Tender is the Night. You remember the video for that? He was dating actress Daryl Hannah at that time there, keep in mind.
Didn't he? Well, he either covered or wrote "Take It Easy."
I do
And
not know,
honestly,
you know. I do not know.
It'd be worth looking up because I think he wrote it.
Okay, there, I'll check right now. And of
But I
course,
believe it's on the same album as "Doctor My Eyes."
I think so there. And we cannot forget, of course, one of my personal favorites from him, The Pretender.
Oh yeah, and the Fuse.
Absolutely there. Okay, I'm looking it up right now. Take It Easy. There's other versions of that song. You know, of course, Travis Tritt there. Let's
Right.
see. Blah, 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 blah.
Really got us down a fucking road here, dude.
That's right. It was written by Jackson Brown and Glenn Fry.
There you go.
Oh, so they both kind of did. So it's not really a cover.
Absolutely.
They just both did the
It was
song.
it's a collaboration there. Kind of the same thing with What a Fool Believes. Michael McDonald wrote that with Kenny Loggins.
Oh, when is Cinco de Mayo today?
I believe so. I think
Is today the 5th? Oh.
it is 5th, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Did y'all drink any Mexican food?
No, I didn't. I'm not a I'm not a big Mexican food type of guy.
What? Houston's full of Mexican food places.
Well,
if you're in Houston, you gotta love Mexican food. You gotta learn to like it.
all right, well,
You haven't had fajitas?
no. I heard of fajitas, but the thing is, I'm not a veggie type of guy. I don't care for rabbit
me
food.
either. Nah, me either. I'll
You
tell
need
you what
to
I
eat
get.
tamales.
I'll tell you what, either tamales is good, but what I get is, like, I'll get the quesadillas, so it'll be like, chicken or beef and cheese
I like
and sour
chicken
cream.
quesadillas, yeah, baby.
So, like, do you like hot sauce and chips?
Oh, I like chips, but I don't know about the hot sauce because last time I tried hot sauce, I was like,
You're not like I don't like but I don't eat any vegetables. Like I like my burgers plain. Do you eat your burgers plain?
Well, I eat
Yep.
my burger. Well, I eat my burgers with mustard, ketchup, barbecue sauce, cheese.
Meat and cheese only.
What?
Yep.
You put barbecue sauce mix with the ketchup and mustard?
Yep.
What the
Meat and
fuck is
cheese
that?
only.
Yeah, me too. Plain.
No, I love mustard, ketchup. My
Oh,
old
yeah,
girl,
and the bun's okay.
my old girl used to pick on me a lot of time because I put mustard on my fries, hash browns as well there.
Mm. That's where barbecue sauce goes.
Yeah, well, I used to mix all three on those as well there. I like to drown my food. Yeah.
Well, if you like good hot gravy, that's good with fries.
There you go. Or better yet, chili cheese fries.
With cheese J.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so whose turn is it? YR's turn, I think it is, or mine, or Ark's.
Did we mention Eric Burden from the Animals?
I think we did.
No, well,
Well,
it doesn't
think
hurt to
of it.
mention the guy again.
Okay, there you go. The Animals, War, Eric Burden and the Animals, Spill the Wine, House of the Rising Sun, Boom Boom, It's My Life, Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood,
Sky Pilot.
Sky Pilot, real profound war song, anti-war song for this guy there. San Francisco Nights,
Help Me Girl.
yep, absolutely,
When I Was Young.
yep. Also, the song's called The Night that the Animals did when they reunited in '82 there.
Here's your 60s singer,
Right?
Peter Noon.
Ah, from Hermits.
Yep, you
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. And I guess I
He
don't.
had a huge repertoire of hits in the 60s.
Yeah. Mrs. Brown, you got a lovely daughter. I'm Henry VIII. I am.
Yeah.
I guess if something tells me I'm onto something good, I think that's one of
Yeah.
theirs. Is that correct?
I'm
Yeah.
into something good.
Yep. There we go.
You didn't have to be so nice.
And what's he doing now? By the way, is he still active or
Who?
I think
Peter
Peter Noon.
Peter Noon?
Herman.
I think it's it has Hermits with Peter Noon. I think it's called possibly. I remember seeing that a couple years back.
Yeah, it's possible, but Herman's Hermits was basically his.
Yeah. I know he was a host of a VH1 show for that channel. I guess it's spotlighting old material, old videos from the past there. I think it was called there. I forgot the title of it. But they would show old clips from the 70s, 60s. And I guess it's around the early 90s, if I'm correct there. They would show clips of Casey and the Sunshine Band when they're in their prime. All right. I guess it's YR's turn.
Well, did we mention Gene Simmons?
Well, we did a couple of shows ago, but do it again.
All right.
We did?
Yep.
Well, then let's throw in Ace Frehley then, because he's a singer,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah. Shock Me. His version of Do Ya, the licked ELO tune. Soldiers of Rock. Rock Soldiers, I meant to say there.
Do You was a Move tune that ELO covered.
Yeah, it's true there, yeah. But people associate it more with ELO because that was the one that got the bigger hit there.
Yeah.
That's true, man. Unfortunately,
You mentioned Steven Tyler as well?
I think, you know what? We did
I'd
that?
do it again.
If we
I
did,
don't think
let's
we
do it
did.
again. I think we did, yeah.
Nah, I don't think we did.
All right, there. All right, so
John Sebastian.
from The Loving Spoonful, and the guy who wrote Welcome Back for the Welcome Back Kotter series on ABC. Used to love that show.
So no one can tell me what group. I don't even know. I don't even need the person, the singer. But the singer was 16, but the voice sounded like he was 40 or something. And it was one of those one-hit wonder groups from the 60s. Because I remember the video. Like, they're on just the regular old,
Right.
I won't say Ed Sullivan show, but that type of stage with like the in-house crowd, right?
Mm-hmm.
And black and white. I'm trying to think of some names.
Well, there was There was Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders who did Game of Love, but I doubt that's the guy.
No, it's one of those really popular '60s songs.
There were so many of them, it's hard to keep track.
It's like one of like top 20, like greatest. Like it's on the radio all the time on the oldie station. I'll figure it out this week.
All right, there.
And one more guy I'm going to mention because it's getting time for us to quit.
Yeah, it is. What about almost 90
Is-
minutes
Paul Rogers
from Bad Company and Free
and Queen.
and Queen. Remember, yeah, that's right. In 2005, he was their front man for that tour there, Return to the Champions. And credit to him. He was, 'cause I know John Mellencamp said he was probably had the best manly voice in rock and roll. Can't Get Enough of Your Love, the song Bad Company, Feel Like Making Love, you know, Rough Diamonds, Electric Land, Burning Sky, Rock Steady, all those songs, Running with the
All
Pack.
right now.
Mm-hmm. All Right Now with the Free, of course. Wishing Well just as well, also with Free.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, speaking of Free, there was this record that they put out that's simply called Free, and you got to check out the cover design for that album there. And you cannot tell me that record is somewhat comparing to the Solar Power album cover from Lord, that female singer who did that song Royal a couple years back.
Mm.
Definitely look at those two covers. You don't see somewhat of a similarity. Only difference is that the Free was a lot more uniquely designed, but you can pretty much tell what I'm picking up here. There,
Right.
yeah. Okay, YR.
For my last one, did we mention Michael Anthony?
For Van Halen, great
Hmm?
great backup singer for Van Halen.
Best.
Yeah,
Best. The
and the
best.
man that should really, if they ever decide to get him into this Van Halen tribute project that's supposed to be, our next discussion should possibly be, when classic bands become tribute bands, maybe cutting down to just one original member.
The number one is Foreigner.
Yeah.
They have Zero.
And
What's his name?
Mick Jones,
Sometimes,
yeah, who
sometimes.
does the
Mick Jones
guitar player.
sometimes.
Yeah, he's
Not
not involved
full-time
with them all
anymore.
the time because of health reasons. And the current Nazareth lineup. And by the way, my last pick of the night will have to be Dan McCafferty from Nazareth. Look up Rasmus and Az, Big Boy, Heart's Gone Cold, Love Hurts, their cover of that song, Too
Hair of
Close,
the Dog.
Hair of the Dog, one of their all-time greats, Miss Misery, Please Don't Judas Me, one of my favorites from them because it's about don't pass judgment on to me unless you know who I really am. Holiday, I'm from 1980, great song, I remember hearing that a lot. Yeah. And sadly, I guess he retired from doing shows, I guess, leaving the bass player, Pete Agnew, as the only original member left. We got to definitely talk about the what I just mentioned about tribute bands originating from original bands there. That's probably Ark's telephone there.
Nope.
No?
Mark,
What?
Not mine.
what's up with the fucking Houston oldie station nowadays?
I don't know what's going on with it.
You don't listen to it anymore?
I know I don't really listen to old radio that much. I stopped. My disgruntlement for radio has massively increased throughout the years. I mean, like most of the stations nowadays, you often play the current stuff only, even the soft rock, and only the real rock stations that are out there only convert to classic rock. They'll play the classic stuff, like say. They'll play stuff from Screaming for Vengeance or Point of Entry or British Steel, but nothing from Firepower or Redeemer of Souls. It's like,
Now, keep in mind when you talk about oldie stations, to me, I'm thinking 60s.
Yeah. The same here as well there. Because the first oldie station I remember, classic rock station I remember, was one called WCXX. When that came about, people were like, wow, this is interesting. I haven't heard these songs in a while. But sadly, nowadays, when it was that station was being played at the Plastics place when I worked at back in Richmond, Michigan, it was, the same old Feel Like Making Love, the same old More Than the Feeling, the same old Smoke on the Water, the same old songs over and over and over. And it's just, after a while, you just get sick to death of it.
Motown.
Yeah.
Motown's good.
Yeah, some of it's pretty good there, but like I said, it's all the same. It's like they only play the songs people want to know, the songs people know like the back of their hand, the songs they hear thousands of times before. It's like all the time. It's like no matter what genre or the style of music, it has to be the radio hits, Like there are people out there who don't know anything other songs by Judas Priest, like Descendant Aggressor, let alone The Last Rose of Summer, let alone Night Comes Down, let alone songs like Blood Red Skies, one of your favorites, YR.
Yes.
Let alone songs like, let's pick another one, Dreamer Deceiver, Run to the Mill. A lot of people who listen to radio don't really know those songs. They only know Nightcrawler there, Leather Rebel, or All Guns Blazing, Between the Hammer and the Anvil. They only know the main songs like Painkiller.
That's my favorite. What is that off the Painkiller album?
Yeah, absolutely. The song Painkiller, correct.
No, I'm saying Between the Hammer and Anvil.
Yep, that's on that
or
album.
Is that on? That's the best song on that album.
Yeah, it is.
I like the song better than Painkiller.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next show we're going to do is tribute bands that became tribute bands because they lost all their members.
Absolutely. We got to touch up on this because there was a lot out there that have been circulated with just one or two original members. Rat was one of them.
Juan Crucier and
Stephen Piercy with three other guys there. Nazareth.
We'll do that on the next show.
Absolutely. We'll definitely got to touch up on that one because many people go there just to hear the old songs once again, but it would be better if the original lineup was back together again. Another one, Dokken.
And you're starting the show early.
I am?
Well, yeah, because we're not going to...
I know, but I'm just giving a taste of what we're going to be talking about to the viewers on the next program, on the coming...
Browns are already starting the new show right now.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. I know. Well, I'm giving a sneak preview either way there.
Wasn't real sneaky. We caught on.
Yeah, but still, it's best to save it for next Monday there.
Yep.
All right, there. All right. So I guess as it concludes our topic of all the male singers out there, shout out to all of them for...
well, a lot of them, but
lots of them. I know, there. So, all right. Thank you, YR. Thank you, Ark. And for these two guys and myself, you enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. Now, is Mars Mirror going to go live, or Ken's going to go live pretty soon?
Mars is live in
good.
an hour or so, yes.
All right, good. Probably a Dirty Rotten podcast, I guess it's called. I know him and Nicky Knights haven't done anything in a while there. All right, there. And Minnesota Vikings fan, you need to get laid.
What are you doing?
I had to throw that in. All right, because he needs to learn how to talk to chicks first, man. All right. Bye-bye. See you later.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you,